Yo, what up, what up? Real quick, ambitions. Try to do this as expeditiously as I possibly can because my throat hurts. Surprise, surprise. I'm still going through what I'm going through. Anywho, let me find these notes so I can get y'all this video. Okay. So the white man, Peters. Girl, it looks like I have a horn. The white man Peters is upset. Girl, this pimple. I'm just going through so much right now. So much. The white man Peters is upset with the legendary Blacktress Robin Givens because she has not yet secured Rondell's Mama's restaurant. She's yet to secure it, and he is up in arms about it and upset with her, and he's going to take his business elsewhere. And so Daddy Carlisle is like, you know, if he takes his business elsewhere, you're fired, to Stephanie Carlisle Lancaster. And my thing about it is, you don't got to threaten to fire me but one time, and I'm taking my own self elsewhere. You don't have to say nothing but a word. He said, you know, I know I've threatened to fire you several times before, but I was like, you got to threaten to fire me several times. One time, and I will leave on my own accord. On my own. But no, he threatens to fire her, and she feels some kind of way about it. And I'm just like, girl, your name rings bells, ding ding. Nicki Minaj. Why in heaven's name wouldn't you just start your own company? The SCL and Associates, you know, firm. Whatever, you want to be your daddy's daughter so bad without having the knowledge that you're going to be his daughter, irregardless of what transpires. Mariah Carey. Whatever. Anyway, Titus drops into Amara's job to surprise her. Hey, how you doing? I was in the neighborhood, thought I'd say hey, you know, blah, blah, blah. And while he's in there and she's so happy to have this warm welcome, oh, look, you know, my husband's here. I didn't even know you were coming up, blah, blah, blah. At the same time, the legend, the man, the myth, the legend, Damian Collins is being introduced to the office as the new something girl. He worked there now. And Titus is just like, you know, upset. He can't believe. And Amara is also upset. She can't believe. And then we see Damian Collins look, and he sees a plant, and, you know, the camera focuses on the plant, and then it focuses back on Damian Collins, and it's like, what's going on with the plant? And I believe, because they never explained what really was going on with the plant, but I believe Damian Collins either has put or is about to put a listening device in it. That's my thought. But anyway, it's a whole big, you know, I haven't seen y'all since the move. That's what Damian tells Titus. Titus says, yes, we moved because there were some problems with my marriage and yada, yada, yada. And a man's got to do what a man's got to do. You know, he got real macho and masculine in that moment. And it was just, you know, it was cute. It was nice to see. But it's just knowing the inner workings of what is going on with this situation. I feel like he shouldn't be mad. He should just know it's Stephanie setting him up, but he don't. He's upset. So he's pissed. And legendary Blacktress, that was my arm rubbing against the side of the car. Ooh, girl, the ghetto. Car just locked. My knuckle hit the thingy. Anyway, legendary Blacktress Robin Givens is walking around town, honey, in this legendary Blacktress, you know, leveled suit. It's a yellow suit. My good sis had on this mustard yellow suit with a navy, kind of a smoky eye, with a mauve lip, with a peach blush. Oh, sis was sitting in that look, honey. She was sitting in it. And I was pleased. I loved the look. I loved it. Y'all know I watched this show probably 50% to see what legendary Blacktress is going to be wearing. She did not disappoint. She did not disappoint. We swoop over to Rondell, honey, and Rondell and Councilman, honey, they in there, and Evan, Little Richard Lancaster comes into the restaurant, and you know, he confronts Councilman and confronts his sister, and that man been talking all this mess about me in the media, and now you cuddling up and buddying up with him, and she's like, I'm a grown woman, I can do what I want. And it's just like, girl, who cares? Who cares? Not I. I wish I could care, but I just don't. I simply don't. In the meantime, Stylist Heifer's in there making phone calls to get her own accounts, like bank account. Sweetie, you didn't have an account in your name, not one. All your accounts was in Evan Lancaster's name? You ain't had one in your mama name? Y'all already know I never. I just absolutely never. You didn't have an account in your name, sis. You didn't have an account in your name. In the meantime, a football playing boyfriend, you know, he shows up and he's looking all around and, you know, sees that there's no furniture and he feels some kind of way, and Stylist Heifer starts lying and says, this is him. I mean, that part is true. This is him. He did this. And then this is where the lie comes in. She says, he made me have sex with you while he was in the next room listening. And I was like, this is how I was feeling, like, sis, what? That very well may be his thing, but he certainly did not make you have sex with that man while he was in the, he did not do that. He did not do that. He didn't do that. And then she says, he made me have sex with you while he was in the next room listening because that's his thing. And then he took all my things to punish me. Why would he punish you for his thing? I just want to know. I just want to know. Why would he punish you for something that is sexually gratifying unto him? I don't understand, sis. I don't understand. So football playing boyfriend now feels for her. He feels bad for her and Joaquin, and he's gonna make Mayor Lancaster pay. He's going to air his dirty laundry. I'm just like, girl, who cares? Honestly, who? Not me. Ooh, I lost my notes. Come on back. Come on back. I'm not ready to let you go. No. Come on back. Girl, where did I leave off? Where did I leave? I shouldn't be singing, because every time I get on here with this sore throat, get in this car and start singing, next thing I know, I can't talk. I'm dead. It's terrible news. So Amara approaches Damien in the hallway at her office, and they're speaking in hushed tones, and it's very, why are you here? And he's giving, I'm not here to harm you, Amara. I'm just, you know, here to do a job. Whatever. Just whatever, girl. Whatever. Legendary Blacktress Robin Givens, Stephanie Carlisle Lancaster, is having a little tea with her best friend, her good girlfriend, who looks like Larsa Pippen to me. Just, you know, like a Govan or something. She's very basketball wife-esque. You know, she's a tall, thin, racially ambiguous, maybe sister girl with nice hair. Somebody Chris Brown would probably love. Or, you know, want to beat on. And they're having tea, and she's giving, you know, I need you to do this thing for me. If not, I'm going to air out all your dirty laundry about how you cheated on him and you were doing drugs and having wild parties and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, phew, with friends like these, who needs enemies? And Larsa basically says, girl, I'll try, because I don't want my business aired, honey. I'll do what I can. At first she was like, no one tells my husband how to do business. And Legendary Blacktress Robin Givens, Stephanie Carlisle Lancaster was like, you're going to have to figure it out. You're going to have to figure it out. Figgy it, sis. And Larsa said, I'll figure it. I'll do what I can. Let's see here. So in the meantime, honey, she got Peters back on board to stay with the company. I don't remember what she did, and I don't care. But Peters is going to stay with the company, and hooray, she's not going to get fired this week. Yippee! In the meantime, in between time, the lesbians. The lesbians were the most interesting this episode, and honestly, I may be watching the show 50% for Legendary Blacktress's outfits, and the other 50% probably is just to see what the lesbians are gonna get into. What y'all doing? Sneaking and carrying on. But yeah, the lesbians are in, you know, White Gay Heifer's home, and Carly, who I think her name is Carlisle Lancaster. Carlisle Lancaster is like, we don't ever, you know, the typical lesbian. Why aren't we married by now? We've been dating for 2 weeks. You know, lesbians love to just Zoom, honey. They Zoom. And, you know, Black Heifer, Carly, is giving White Heifer the blues about we never go anywhere, we never do anything, and White Heifer is like, girl, because it's a secret. It's a Victoria's secret. We cannot tell people, then it won't be Victoria's secret. It will be Victoria's, well-known information. It's a secret. And white gay heifer goes through all the, we can't tell anyone because then our parents will know, and Romeo and Juliet and blah, blah, blah. And Carly was just like, come to the poetry slam this weekend. I'll be reciting poetry like a true lesbian this weekend. Come to the poetry slam. And white gay heifer was like, but sis, I just told you. Did you not hear when do I need to repeat? What's going on? I just said to you that we can't do that. And Carly was like, well, it's, it's discreet. It's in a part of town that nobody goes to. It's very, off the beaten path. And white gay heifer's like, no, I couldn't possibly. But we all know she gonna go. We all know. In the meantime, my mother and I had a moment in this little moment, because we see a scene where Stephanie Carlisle and Evan Little Richard Lancaster are having a conversation. We really weren't paying attention to what they were saying. My mama was distracted by, Brian White's neck, and I was just distracted by the fact that these characters have no depth. The main characters, like, this is why I'm trying to figure out what the lesbians are doing, because at least they have a little bit of depth. It's like, oh, hidden agendas, secret love. Okay. With Amara, I can do a little bit of Amara because it's like, oh, she cheated on her husband. She has this daughter that's, off somewhere in school, and, she's trying to get her life back in track. Okay, I can do. But as far as Stephanie and Evan and even Titus, it's just like, girl, y'all just evil. Well, Stephanie and Evan are just evil, and Titus is just angry because his wife cheated on him. Like, there's no depth. There's no nothing here. There's nothing. They're just mean. They're mean. They're going around town being mean and salacious and nefarious. And okay, you gonna have to give me a little something else. Writers on the show. Hey, sweeties, how are y'all? Y'all gonna have to give us just a dose of depth. A dose of depth. I'm getting tired. But yeah, my mom and I both agree, like, these characters have no depth. Like, they just don't have it. They just go around being mean. Ooh, I'm so mean. Ooh, like, girl, okay, you mean. We saw you be mean episode 1, 2, 3. Like, girl, do something else. Give me something else. Give me more. Give me more. Britney Spears. We see Stephanie Carlisle Lancaster tell Evan Little Richard Lancaster that, there's someone downstairs. We have company, and I've been keeping her waiting. Come downstairs with me to address the company. And the company is crying Stylist Heifer. She crying because somebody done, very For Color Girls, very Loretta Devine and For Color Girls. Someone ran off with all my stuff. Somebody ran off with all her stuff. She knows it's Evan. Evan knows it's Evan. Stephanie probably knows it's Evan too, because she not dumb. But Stephanie being she, offers Stylist Heifer, why don't you stay in our guest house until we get things in order? And Evan is like, the guest house, it's not together. She's like, I know it needs work, but in the meantime, just stay in our guest bedroom. And I'm trying to figure out, Carly is old enough to be living in their guest house. If y'all got a guest house, put your daughter out there so she can sneak lesbians in and out. Why y'all? Free Carly. Free her. She's in bondage. But they get Stylist Heifer some towels, and she goes on to sleep in in the guest bedroom, honey. Evan ain't happy with it. He's not pleased. They decide, we're gonna make getting your things, getting you some stuff a priority. The insurance company, you won't have to worry about it because I'm the mayor and I'm gonna get you stuff. So he gets her stuff so she can get out of his house. And he tells her, look, everything is everything. We through. I'll be an investor for your little company. Other than that, that's that on that. And she tells him that you're not gonna be able to see Joaquin anymore. He's like, I'll make some arrangements, so we can see so I can see Joaquin. She's like, nah, you're not gonna see Joaquin. We're through. I was like, what does that have to do with the baby? Excuse me, y'all's baby. Hey, your baby. She's like, well, since we're done, you don't have to see Joaquin because you can't take him for ice cream in the daytime or fishing like you did with Carly. And it's like, girl, You shouldn't have had a baby with a married male. I don't know what you want. I don't know what you want from him. You are the one. Both of y'all together, but you are the one who set your baby up to not be able to go hang out with his daddy in the public. Like, you did that. Because even if Evan and Stephanie broke up, I just don't see Evan being like, yes, and I have this son, the secret son. Like, I don't see him doing that. Even if they did break up, I can't see it. I can't see it for you, Stylist Heifer. I just can't. Let's see. Amara is she tips on into the house, and Titus is in there, and he's angry. Ooh, he's angry, because that's the depth of his character. He's gonna be upset. He's watching the game, and Amara sits down and gives, Titus. And he's like, I hope you got some answers for me. And I'm like, do she have answers for herself? She was minding her business when Damian Collins popped in. Like, you saw the woman introduce Damian Collins to you and her. Both of y'all. Anyway, she's like, no, I really don't have it. I don't know what's going on. I am just as surprised as you are. And Titus is giving, he wouldn't follow you across state lines if it wasn't for something, blah, 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 blah. And I'm going to take a drive because, ooh, I'm so angry. Ooh, like, that's genuinely just the depth of Titus. He's angry. Okay, he's angry. In the meantime, Amara goes to take a shower. While she's in the shower, washing her hair with Suave beauty products that they so discreetly placed for us to see, the Suave Naturals line that I've never used. Damian Collins is in her house sniffing her used drawers. I'm trying to figure out why her used drawers was just on the bedroom floor. Like, is that something y'all do? Y'all hop in the shower and just leave your drawers on the floor in your bedroom? That's what y'all do? I'm trying to get an understanding. My dirty panties just never ever hit the floor of my bedroom. They just don't. Like, unless they fell out the hamper, my little laundry bag or something. Like, no, they just not gonna be on the floor. But Damian Collins picks up these panties and sniffs them, and he's walking all around the house. Of course he's putting in listening devices. We don't see him doing it, but what else would he do? What else would he be doing in there? Just sniffing panties? Like, girl, I mean, I guess if that's the level of your creepiness, but I can't see you coming across, these state lines at the request and the behest of Stephanie Carlisle Lancaster. And the first thing you want to do is sniff this girl's drawers. If you were that creepy, you would have followed her on your own. So he had to be in there doing something else. Rondell shows up to, I don't know where they were. I don't remember. But she starts questioning the councilman about, did you try to get close to me to get information on my brother? And he like, yeah. Yeah, at first. But now I have genuine feelings for you. And Rondell is like, I don't want your feelings. You gonna have to prove to me that you love me. And it's just like, girl, oh, this is so Tyler Perry. Rondell's entire little segment is so Tyler Perry. It is so Tylandria and Janae Chanel Mauricia Perry Jr. It's very her. It's like, girl, you gonna have to calm down. Rondell is just everything about her character, not the actor. I have nothing against the actor, but the character, everything about this character is just like, girl, settle down. Settle down. Let's see. In the meantime, girl, Amara in the house eating ice cream or drinking tea or something and looking at the news, the sports segment of the news that I always skip because I don't care about sports. And football playing boyfriend is on the news going at Mayor Lancaster, calling him a creep and a loser. I don't know, calling him things, honey, things. And Amara's like, oh no. She's looking at it like, oh, that's a shame. But Evan also saw it. He pops up at the studio and has his bodyguards beat up football player. I'm like, that's not their job. Their job is to guard your body. I mean, I guess football player husband like revved his fist back and was gonna try to swing on Evan, but I didn't care for it. It made sis being Evan look weak, especially knowing what I know about how he likes to get down, in thongs and carrying on. It's like, girl, you are weak boots. If homosexuality is genetic, that's where Carly got it from. Ifin that's her real daddy, because I still think Titus is their girl daddy. I think Titus is the girl's daddy. I think we're gonna find out. I think Titus's daughter Deja is going to be just all up in arms because, oh my God, I have an older sister and no one ever told me and I can't believe. And Amara, maybe she knew, maybe she didn't know. She suspected because of the timeline of the things. Like, I feel like this is all gonna go on. Probably not this season. Probably, you know, that'll be in the finale. It'll be, she's your daughter, and, you know, drama, and then we'll come back next season for that. But I see that. I foresee it. I foresee it. Foresee. So we had the poetry slam with the lesbians, and Carly is up there giving, when she puts her tongue on my lips. I'm like, girl, we got to be reminded of episode 1 when the heifer just licks your lips just out of nowhere in the bathroom. Like, so much was wrong with it. I don't know where your tongue has been. I don't know what's floating around this bathroom. You just, like, my throat hurting right now. Can you imagine? I have a very poor immune system. Can you imagine? Anyway, when you lick my lips, blah, 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 and she and her and do. And it's just like, girl, sweetie, just because you're in a lesser known part of town, a more obscure part of town, does not mean that the girls ain't gonna see you and say, that's the mayor's daughter. Ain't that her? Like, girl, you're young, you're cute. Like, people will pay attention to that. Anyway, and while she's telling her little thing, as she's wrapping up, you know, white gay heifer walks up from the back and she hops down from the stage and says, you came. And it's like, girl, yes, you knew she was gonna come when she said she wasn't gonna come because she a lesbian. And that's what they do. That's what they do. She probably had a wedding ring in her back pocket. It just wasn't the time. The time didn't feel right. You know, the lesbian guys didn't whisper and say, propose to her now. Right now. Anywho, you know, white gay heifer is giving, I didn't want you to think I'm ashamed of you, and they kiss, and then a heifer's, you know, gives a click, oh, I love young love, and now they on Instagram or something. You knew, this is the face, because you knew for sure somebody had to recognize the two of y'all. Y'all are two of the most powerful young people in the city, out here just doing it up all out in the public. See there? Aretha Franklin said in her hit song with Fantasia, I believe the name of the song is Put You Up on Game. She told Fantasia, you've got to listen to me. Listen to the voice of experience, is what she said in that song. Listen to the voice of experience. White gay heifer been gay longer than you. She know what she talking about when she say, let's not go outside. You didn't listen to the voice of experience, and now you on the Instagram, on the Snapchat story. It's finna go viral. Viral. Anywho, I already talked about that. Damian Collins meets up with Stephanie Carlisle Lancaster, and my mother and I both were looking at him trying to figure out, is he cute? Is he not? He's cute, but only straight ahead. He's not cute from the sides. It's not coming together. And I understand, because I'm also cute from certain angles. But you got to know your angles. Once this pimple falls off my chin, sis, I'll be giving you something. But yeah, he's cute, dead on. The side profiles, it's above me. It's above me. But he is hitting on legendary black actress Robin Givens, Stephanie Carlisle Lancaster, and she lets him get this close to her face and is like, watch yourself. I was like, shake it fast. Watch yourself. Shake it fast. Show him what you're working with. He cute enough. He cute enough. But she gives a very, you know, 2 snaps, a twirl, and a kiss. Stop. Can't touch this. Men on Film from Living Color. Oh, I used to love me some Men on Film, especially when I got old enough to understand the references. Like, it was funny to me as a child just because it was funny. Like, they were doing the most. But when I understood and had seen some of those movies and they were talking about them, honey, sis, the episode about Dick Butkus. Anyway, this ain't about that. Anywho, he tries to kiss her and she's like, you know, stop. Can't touch this. And they go their separate ways. And in the meantime, Rondell and the councilman meet up at the restaurant. Now, he got candles and, you know, entrees and things sitting out. And he sits her down and she's like, well, the lunch rush will be here in a minute. And he says, you're closed for the night. I said, how you close somebody else's business? He says, I bought the restaurant out. I was like, how you buy out Thelma's. It's not like, I mean, it's Thelma's, girl. The girls are gonna want to come and get their grits and shrimp or whatever, you know, Thelma's serving for today. Like, how you buy at Thelma's? It's supposed to be a staple, a landmark in the community. You didn't come in here and bought it out. Anyway, he sits her down, kicks off her shoes and relaxes her feet, and gives her a good 10-second foot rub. And it's just enough for her to just, ooh. I'm like, girl. And then, and I want to know if Poetry from My Twisted Life TV noticed this. Poetry, if you, sis, tell me if you were distressed by this. He took her foot into his hand and gave it an old, you know, a footy squeeze. And then did not wash his hands, went over, touched the jukebox, and then went over and unmasked the plates and started serving her the food without having washed his hands after touching her feet. And I was just like, that's not for me. That is not for me. It wasn't, I'd be like, I know me. I know my hygiene. I know my feet clean. But I need to know that you practice good hygiene. You done touched my foot. You done went over here and touched the jukebox everybody been touching on. Like, we disinfect, we clean, I understand. You know, we spray down the jukebox every day, wipe it down, you know, disinfect it and all of that. But still, I need to know that you have healthy habits. Healthy habits. Don't be over here rubbing on my foot and then feed me. The mood for the whole video, sis. He turns on some Luther Vandross. I wish I could have cared. I really do. The main thing I was caring about at that moment was how he just had picked up all those germs. He touched the dough, he touched her foot, he touched the jukebox, he touched the food, he touched the plates, brought the plate to the table. Now they about to eat the food. Lord, did anybody say grace? Far too much. In the meantime, legendary Blacktress Stephanie, legendary Blacktress Robin Givens Stephanie Carlisle Lancaster goes over to tell Peters that she did something right, honey. I don't know. His clothes was too tight and I was worried by that. I was like, his pants are far too tight and his shirt is a little tight. He could have gone up one size on the shirt, maybe 3 sizes on the pants, two at minimum on those pants. She tells him that, you know, we're back in business. He says he's not going to, you know, withdraw his company from the firm. And now they're having sex. And I said, this is why she didn't want to kiss Damian Collins. Because she's sleeping with Peters. Oh, it's golden hour. Catch it. I love golden hour. I catch it most mornings and I be looking back at these videos like, oh God, golden hour just does me well. I look amazing. Look at this. My mama, bless her heart, I'm gonna have her take me some photographs at golden hour tomorrow, but it's gonna be sunset. This is golden hour in the morning, sunrise. I'm gonna see if she can catch me some pictures at sunset tomorrow. And I just, you know, I'm gonna give you a little something. I'm gonna have to cover up this pimple, but I'm gonna give you golden hour teas. Anyway, it's just when the sun just, you know, it's got that glow, that dew. I mean, I've got on my grease, so I'm dewy, and I'm giving you, you know, high fashion. Whatever, girl. Anywho, I know y'all looking at me like. Anyway, girl. Ooh. So yeah, they have sex, and that was the episode. Like, comment, subscribe, and all the things that YouTube is saying. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.